Thank you. And thank you, everyone. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. I think we're just before noon, which we were hoping we would catch as many people as we can with putting it on this time. Wow, good to see you, Louise and Mark. I've said hello to just about everybody else. So we're here to welcome you. Thank you for jumping on the call and joining us. I'm just going to clear my phone so it stops bothering me. We're incredibly happy to have everybody here. I am stunned. I was just saying to Natalie a minute ago, she came up to the event 3 years ago, our first. So this is our third annual event for Award of Excellence. And I hope that next year we're going to try and do it both live and virtually this year, but it didn't work out. And I think with what's going on with COVID, we're better to stay as a virtual event. But next year, I hope to do both virtual and the live. So anyways, with that, welcome everybody. We're happy to have you here. We have an incredible lineup going on today, a lot of exciting things happening. So I want it to be very calm. I want you guys to have a really, well, calm, but in a good way, a fun way. I want you guys to have a really good time. No jokes from Dave, though. That's enough. I didn't find your last one funny, so
yeah.
Sorry, Dave.
Those of you that just joined, you're lucky you weren't here earlier. I write my own jokes and they're not that funny. Yeah.
Yep. So he's cut off from joke telling now. So the event is planned for around a couple hours. We're going to try and hold it, but there's a lot of content we're going to be covering. We're going to be as respectful with probably, but I'm so glad you all could keep find the time and come join. And I know a couple of you had to shift things around to make today happen. I just saw Dave's note about happy. Okay, the call is being recorded. Hopefully no one has any objection to that. If you can, switch off your phones so they don't interfere with anything out of respect for everybody. And let's get this party started. Talita?
Yeah. Oh, Kathleen is on.
Created a program called, and it is a fiction book, it's a parable, and I created a program called Savvy's Proven Success Principles, which is a timeless program.
Stick to finding hashtags that are about 500,000 people or less.
I don't even know if I had seen you because you were on Zoom with us.
There's a lot of that because those core values
themselves and identify
our logo, or I know that Mark Wilkinson uses his own motion. Basically, the message there.
we're talking about social
necessarily sell a book, even though my authors are on the show, and ultimately we would like you to buy the book.
Two things have happened already that I want to bring your awareness to. Number one is I caught your attention in less than 60 seconds.
Helped us put together the actual packages, physical packages, and
we would be marketing The Way of the Heart.
Your book is a spokesperson of your
Wow. Wow. Thank you. Thank you
Lots
guys.
going on.
It has been an absolutely mind-blowing year, record-blowing year. I'm humbled by watching that video because I'm thinking about the number of books that we have published over the past year and all the things that are going on. And what continues to be so incredible about that is that it's the ideas just don't stop. In fact, you guys would laugh at me because I start talking to the team. We have our team meetings, and then all of a sudden another idea pops up and we're off and running. So I have no doubt this next year will also be incredible. And I'm so fortunate that you guys have come along this journey with me, with us as a team, with each other as authors. And I will continue to do the best that I can and be the best that I can to make you guys all feel like you're part of our book family. And a book family is for life. I continually write that in emails today and forever, is that I want you to feel like we're here now and forever. It will not end with your book being published. So know that you're in, and that could be a promise or a threat. Depends on which way you want to look at it. If you're subjected to too many bad jokes of Dave's, then you might think of it as a threat. So anyways, I'd also like to introduce while we're at the beginning or while we're getting started is I would love to introduce you also to the team too. So I believe, Talita, you have a slide for that. Not that I can't remember everybody, but I did notice that we were missing a few faces in the new. So hopefully we've caught everybody. It's not all that clear, but it will clear. Most of you know, of course, me, Judy, Jenna, who's on the call today. She is the, honestly, I can't speak well enough, or I can't say enough about Jenna. She is absolutely incredible, and she's going to be with us for her lifetime. I've told her that, and again, I don't know, sometimes that's a promise or a threat, but she's absolutely incredible. Then there's Jen, who most of you know. She's actually been the longest employee in Hasmark. She's been here even longer than the company was incorporated in, and she's in charge of getting the bestseller going. Nikki, who is one of the newer members of the team. She's also works very closely with Jenna. She's come in and she's doing an incredible job on keeping your books moving through the system. And I know she's going to be a lifetime part of our family as well. And hopefully we can even recruit her twin into joining us. Where is she? Perhaps Talita, Nikki or someone, can you highlight the guys as we're going through? Talita, as you guys know, she is absolutely incredible. She's been with us for a few months now. She's working our social media and doing an incredible job with our social media, with helping with the marketing, and all the time she's dealing with, if I can say it, going to be having a baby soon. So there'll be another addition to the family. I don't know how quickly we can get your baby involved in Hasmark, but trust me, I will try. So Mariella is the newest member of our team. She joined us only about a month ago. She's working as a marketing assistant, as you see there. Kelly, she's in social branding. She's doing press kit. She's helping with the learning kits. We've got a new adventure we're working on that Kelly will tell you a little bit more in a few more minutes. Danielle Martins, who is unable to be with us, we're sending her well wishes. She just recently had an operation, and I was pleasantly surprised after the operation that I received a picture, and she looked really great considering what she's going through. So all of us are wishing her well. And Kirkland's, most of you guys know or have met. Anna has done an incredible job on our book covers and has been with us for a few years now, and is there she does our logo. She does all of our graphic designs. You're absolutely such an incredible talent. So thank you. Dave is transitioned. He's here with us today. I appreciate you coming on the call today. Dave helps a lot with the technical part of what we do. He's helped a lot in he's been very instrumental in bringing AR into the Hasmark family. And he is moving on to do something else in his life. But in the meantime, he's also a musician, songwriter, and Jonette will talk about that in a few minutes.
It's exactly what you said. You can never leave. You can check out anytime you like.
But you can't ever. Yeah, exactly. And we appreciate you coming back for today.
Love it.
Colin Miller, he's the, I didn't call him the senior web designer, but if he wants to be called the senior, all the respect to you, Colin. He's been with us for a lot of years. I'll never forget the day I met Colin client introduced me. And to have a web designer with you for about 10 years says a lot about his skills and his customer service. Casey Demchek, we don't connect as much as we used to, but Casey has been around with me for several years. He was very, very instrumental in the past in the way we used to do bestseller campaigns. Kelly Kinsman, he comes in periodically to help as a backup for us if we need more help with interior design. Keziah is absolutely phenomenal in illustrating. I can't thank her enough for all of her talent and all the incredible things she does for us. Sonia is part of the Portuguese team. We really haven't had much chance to work, but I'm sure in the future we will. Vivek is another illustrator. He can do web design. He's done a few different things with Hasmark. He's done many of our books for illustration. Catherine Young, I am so happy to see her on the call today and appreciate you showing up for us. You have been incredible at keeping us focused in editing and on track for working with editors, finding editors, and ensuring that our books are at the highest quality, which we so appreciate. Brad, I don't know if Brad's on the call, but Brad also has joined us a little while ago. He also has a full-time job, so he does work on editing also. Allison has been with us since quite a while now, probably about a year and a half, and she does pretty much all of our proofreading and does an incredible job of it. Judith has been working with us. She does book manuscript evaluation, ghostwriting, editing. So I'm not sure if she's on the call either, as I said, but she's a wonderful addition. Amit, I mentioned is, or I may not have mentioned, is doing our layout, interior design and layout. Angela Dacey, she's worked in color psychology. It is something we've added to the lineup. Harshita is another one of our incredible editors, and we're certainly looking for more. We're always looking for more talent. And Ramon, he is probably one of the newer members, but he's been with us for a little while now. And absolutely every single time you see any of our videos now, chances are Ramon touched it, edited it, fixed it, did it, whatever. He's doing all of our book trailers for us. He's doing the sales pages. So he's working with Colin to do that. And hopefully I didn't leave anybody off, because we do have an absolutely incredible team of people. And at any time, we're always here for you guys, you guys as authors, as entrepreneurs, as authorpreneurs, whatever it may be. Yes, I did miss Deanna. She's also working with us. She does ghost writing. So actually, Kelly just started doing ghost writing as well. So she's just writing a book children's book for one of our authors. But Deanna has joined us as well. And I'm so honored to have everybody. You guys are incredible. And I continue to keep calling you the dream team, and not just as a term, but as an expression of how I feel each of you guys are. So with that, I would like you to get to know Jenna just a wee bit better. So I'm going to call her up to kind of go through a little bit with you guys.
Hi, everyone. Judy knows how much I don't love speaking in front of a lot of people, so I'm going to keep this as short as possible. My name is Jenna, and I'm the publishing and marketing manager here at Hasmark. Essentially, what that means is that I oversee the day-to-day on the production side as well as on the marketing side. I'm with you as an author every step of your journey. Honestly, this year we've had a very busy and successful year at Hasmark. I think we published over 60 books since last September, all becoming bestsellers. We currently have over 50 projects in the process of becoming published. These books range from fiction to nonfiction, children's books to personal development, all being done with the most love and care from our team. So everyone that Judy just mentioned has either touched the book or is a huge part of the process of the book becoming published. We have welcomed several new authors to our family this year, as well as continue to support returning authors as well, which we love to see, because that means that you're just continuing your author journey with us. On the marketing side of things, almost half of these projects, or all of these projects, have been through our marketing campaign as well, making them international best-selling authors on Amazon. I think that's a very huge success on our end and on the authors as well. We've also continued to add new and innovative aspects to our marketing and bestseller campaigns, and look forward to doing the same thing going into 2022. I won't speak too much on the innovative aspects, because I know that a lot of other people will be talking about that today. So that's about it. But I'm very excited for the next year, because I do know how big of a success this year has been, and I'm just excited to be a part of it. I don't like being on the spotlight.
It does take a little getting used to. And we actually had a dry run early this morning, just a quick one. And we were all talking about the fact that if anything goes funny, goes wonky today, we just want everybody to know what was it we said? We are not event planners. We should have called Emma for that, Mark's wife.
Yeah, I said, we're publishers, not event planners. So
exactly,
you get what you get. Your book will be good, but this presentation, well,
exactly.
It's all fun.
Exactly. And Jenna, honestly, I can't say enough about you. You do such an incredible job. To think the magnitude, like you just sort of pass by how quickly we did all the books we did, but there's like every book has like this octopus of things that are going on. It's like a spider web, it starts with the author, and then there's like, I was going to say dozen, and I'm thinking, no, like hundreds of tasks that come out of one book. So to pull together that many and keep them all moving forward successfully is absolutely phenomenal. And you are absolutely amazing what you do. And Jenna, Nikki is closely following right behind with you. She's a great addition to what you're doing. And so is the entire team. So you're very welcome. And I'd also like to introduce everybody to Kelly, who also is working with Hasmark.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, Kelly.
Hi. So I'm Kelly Verneres. I'm the social branding expert, although I think I need to add a few more things to that, because now it's like ghostwriting learning kit, kids stuff. so we'll revisit that after. But I'm the one that helps you as the author show off your books through the media, and that includes media pitches, social branding, or like social media marketing, and also helping you extend the life of your book through learning kits and pairing it with your children's book for now, although we plan to extend it on into adult books later and kind of go through that. I'll just go through a bit of what it is that I do with each of those things, just to kind of help you understand. So with a media pitch, it's basically there to introduce you and your book to all aspects of the media in a professional and industry accepted way. So what you want to do with that is you want to provide media information that is accurate about yourself and your book to journalists, bloggers, TV producers, many, many more. And the goal is for them to take your media kit and write the story that you want about you and your book with the accurate information. And Hasmark's media kit is comprised of, media pitch is comprised of 3 different aspects. So it's the press release that announces you and your book that's coming out and you're launching it on a specific date. Alternately, you can use a press release for anything in the future that you are going to add, let's say a learning kit, or you've just published another book, or you're starting to launch products. You can always use a press release for anything that's brand new to your business as an authorpreneur. And then we have the media kit, and that is a tool that you share with the industry at any time. So it doesn't have to just be for the launch of your book. You can use it as a resume. It's kind of like your author's resume. So you can have it on your website that allows you to, or under the drop-down category that says work with me, or it's kind of something that you send off to the bloggers or the media personalities, or even places like bookstores and stuff like that. So it's a general overview, a colorful overview of everything you want to share. And then we also offer a speaker sheet, and that takes the guessworks out of interviews for your podcast and for any sort of representation that a journalist is going to write about you or a blogger is going to write about you. So it kind of just sums up your whole life as an author, whether you be a brand new author or an experienced author. It gives them detailed information that is up to date and accurate about you. I also do social branding, and I work closely with Toledo on that. And that is branding is generally your calling card. So you as an author, you're promoting you, but you're also promoting your book. So it's a kind of a package deal, and you want that message or image to be cohesive, and that all ties into social branding. So social branding is that cohesive, consistent look that you just want your entire audience, whether it be on your website, your social media channels, basically everything, and even you, when you show up to events, it all ties in together. So you want your looks to be consistent, you want your colors, your logos, what you share on social media. So if you're, as an example, if you're bubbly and happy all the time, kind of like I am, you want to be like that in person too. So it's kind of just sharing everything about you. And then I also do learning kits, and right now it's for children, but we will be expanding to adult kits later. But it's basically to extend the life of your book and add an extra layer, because you always want to be relevant. As authors, we always think kind of what's next. We launched our book, we want to do and offer our audience a little bit more. So the learning kit will help you do that. So we'll help bring the message that only your book that you meant to write will be extended into a learning kit. And what better way for parents or educators to share this with kids and teach the lessons that you really want them to learn. I actually had a thought that it's great for babysitters. So you parents will give it to a babysitter and they can just hang out all night, and you know that your kids are learning something and having fun because it's full of activities and lessons and crafts. So basically that's what I do. And then I'm just starting with ghostwriting too.
Wow. Wow. Thank you. And it's been such a fun experience. It really has. You've taught us so much, and we've learned so much. And one of the reasons I felt I wanted to get you here today was because you have done an incredible job too with coming along. I always watch to see what authors are doing as much as we can. And when I see them actually taking an initiative, that's when I want to invite them in to come join us. And you've been a welcome addition, and it's been so much fun getting to know you better and getting to know Zoe too. So
thank you.
Thank you.
That's so nice.
You're welcome. Okay. I know Dave's been chomping at the bit to get a chance to chat here, and Mariella. So I'm going to hand over the virtual mic to you two.
Well, you know what? I love augmented reality, and I like to call it the coolest thing to happen to books since the Gutenberg press, because it is nifty, it is cool, and it is unusual. And we really are kind of spearheading this movement. So for most of you, or many of you on this call, do know what augmented reality is. But for those that don't, let me just start by saying AR is where your book comes alive for the reader. So your book, you've put your heart and soul into this book, and you've created your masterpiece, but there's always so much content that either didn't get into the book, or wouldn't it be cool to have a video showing this, or some sort of graphics or something else that you can't really get into the book. So with augmented reality, you can present a video, you can present any kind of multimedia experience for the reader. And the way that works is the reader would use their phone or their device to scan a marker. And a marker could be any image or anything that's you could use the cover of the book. You could use your author photo at the back of the book. You can use like a sort of an image at the beginning of a chapter. Or something like that. And there's all kinds of things that you can give to the reader, to add all kinds of value that's not in your book. And you can have as many of these markers throughout your book as you like. And the best part of augmented reality is the call to action, because in the video or in your marker or in your experience, you can say something like, click the button below to learn more. And now you can take them to your website or do other things with them. So it's a really good way to engage your reader, and then, have them to actually taking action to be, most of our authors are entrepreneurs. So they have a real good reason for this sort of thing. So, yeah, and Mariella will tell you more about that.
So yeah, Hasmark is like the first publishing company to implement this AR system globally in all of our book genres. We've also created the Hasmark AR app to better expand book opportunities with authors. To better help you understand how AR works, we'll present the video.
So as you just saw there at the end of that clip, there's a Hasmark AR app. So this is brand new for us. The Hasmark AR app is available on Google Play and the App Store. You might have just seen that there. And what we've done historically with augmented reality is you have basically one marker, and when you scan, let's say the book cover, you get one experience and one call to action. And so now with this new Hasmark AR app, we actually have one marker can actually have 4 AR experiences. And those 4 AR experiences, you'll have a primary one that's going to automatically play, but then you'll have other choices as well. And this is where the world really opens up for you as an author or as a reader of the book. Because, and I had to write a list because there's so many ideas that come to mind, and I'm sure there's a lot more than this. But when you're having that AR experience as a reader, and then you've got these other choices, well, those other choices could be another video, let's say in a different language. It could be an animated video of the same thing or something else that adds value to what you're doing. A lot of children's books, for example, would have, you saw some of them in there right in that video. You could have, for the hearing impaired, a specialty type of book, for the hearing impaired, you could have the same video with sign language so that you can talk to them as well. How cool is that, right? Or it could be some sort of a download like a PDF, or you could have them go to your website. Of course, that's always a good idea, because once you have them on your website, then you can have surveys or sign up for this or download that or all these other things that you can do from a website. You can have them download songs or music as well. You can have them take a survey, for example, or go to the sales page for your other book, you know, or books. You may have other books. So a lot of our authors have series of books. So it's really cool to be, I mean, obviously they have the one book already because that's how they're doing this AR experience, but it's fun to be able to do that. Or you can have an audio version. A lot of ideas around each chapter might have a unique marker at the beginning, and you can have the audio version of that chapter so that they could kind of like listen or have it read to them as well. So there's a lot of things that we can do with the new version, the augmented reality, the Hasmark AR app that you can find. And yeah, so I know that our logo, the Hasmark logo, is actually going through that process right now. And in a couple of weeks, by the time we get all these different materials together, you'll be able to see it in sign language.
Speaking of that,
And,
Dave, when we do convert
yeah.
the Hasmark, today it works a single marker, so the Hasmark logo works. It invokes one experience and one call to action. So the future, just so we understand, is that when you invoke that marker to work, what will happen is my main video will show up, which is the talking head. Then what we're doing is I'm going to actually show the talking head. Then at the bottom, you're going to get choice of 4 different actions you can take. You can either go to our website to learn more. You can see that same video in animation. You can see the video that Talita recorded, but it's spoken in Portuguese. And then the 4th one, is something really cool.
Oh, wasn't that the sign language?
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry, did I let the cat out of the bag?
You just told everybody the secret that's still to come.
Oh.
That's okay. It is, but that just goes to show that we're always trying to evolve. And I actually recently was on one of Peggy's Q&A sessions, and one of the ladies said, I don't know why, but I'm going to reach out and I'm going to call you. So we talked, and she was telling me what she was doing, that she works with the deaf. And it was like, all of a sudden it was just clicked. And I thought, oh, we've got to do signing. So let's start thinking about the fact that, what about people who are learning disabled or hearing disabled or whatever it may be? So not only will we launch it on, I'm going to let another secret out, is not only will we launch it on the logo, our logo, but we're getting ready. I think we're going to be doing it in someone's book too. I can see she's acknowledging it. I don't know if I'll say it yet because we'll let you announce it when the time comes. But yeah, it's an incredible feature that I don't know anyone doing that today. So we're always finding ways to be ahead of others in the industry.
You know, it's interesting too what you're saying about the logo. When we first started doing AR, we had an experience for the logo, and this is important for authors to realize they're not stuck with that one experience. So they can change that experience as their business evolves, as they evolve, as the book changes and make, they come out maybe with a new edition. These kinds of things can be changed. So it's great to know that you're not really locked into that square. You don't necessarily have to get it right the first time.
Yeah.
So if in 6 months from now, I wish I would have done this. Great, let's do it. Right. So, yeah.
And what's nice about the Hasmark AR app is that it can apply to different book genres. Most people will think that it's just applied for kids only, but it can be put into any type of book with any type of genre. Like, for example, fiction, you can view alternate endings or preview the next book in a series. Or if you have a cookbook, you can have videos through AR for the process of cooking and baking. Business books can also have videos through AR where the author can explain a certain spreadsheet or a marketing plan. And of course, children's books can have the author read aloud to the children or have an animated video for kids to check out.
I continue to be amazed by it, and I'm in the middle of it. So again, I think it's only limited by our ideas. I really do.
Yeah.
So
I say, if you can think of it, or if it exists on a website, you can have it coming out of your book. Anything that you can think of that comes from a website that you could download or watch can be in your book.
You can download the Hasmark AR app on Google Play or on the Apple Store, but you have to search for the terms Hasmark AR. We can also check out a review of the Hasmark AR process from an Hasmark author.
I am Roberto Delanese, author of The Delanese Method, a practical guide to success, prosperity, and abundance. Thanks to Hasmark Publishing, my book has a unique feature. It's called the Augmented Reality. With an applicative in your cell phone or in any smart device, you can scan a marker that is in the book. And in my case, you'll be presented with a video where I provide additional information on how you can use my book, and also a button that is going to redirect you to my site where you can learn more. This amazing technology is available only through Hasmark Publishing International, and it provides readers with a unique experience outside the book, be it a video, a cartoon, or something totally different, complementing what is in the book. Next time you go purchase a book, look for one that has the augmented reality experience. I am grateful to Hasmark Publishing International for being at the forefront of the industry, bringing this amazing feature to the books, and that can be used anywhere in the world. Thanks, Hasmark.
Yeah, it's so true that augmented reality can be used in so many ways. And authors are even coming to us with great ideas about how it can be used and where it can be used. One of the things is that the marker that you use doesn't just have to be in your book. You can put it on your business card, you can put it on a poster, you can put it on the sign outside of your business. It could be anywhere, right? And so there's so many different ways of using that. And we would encourage you right now, not now, but after this call, go to our website, hasmarkpublishing.com, and check out the augmented reality section. We have a whole page with all kinds of information that tells you a whole lot more. So you really get your arms around what it is and how it works and where it fits into your business. Any kind of genre, whatever your book is about, I'm sure it fits in very well somewhere.
Yeah, so don't hesitate to message us. We'd love to work with you.
Oh, awesome. Thank you. Thank you both. You did an incredible job. And Jen will put the link. I think she already put it there, but we'll get her to put the link once again into the chat window so everyone knows exactly where to go. And thank you, Roberto, for that incredible testimonial. And I know that we need to talk about this new feature that's going on. I had kind of let you in on it the other day. But I think with Roberto, he's doing, I can't even keep up with it. There's multiple languages you're publishing in. You're doing audiobooks in more than one language. We're actually in the process of creating the Spanish version of your audiobook. So with you, we can talk further about the fact that the multiple languages would be an excellent thing to have with that multi-experience. So thank you guys so much. It's again, I extremely excited about this technology. And I would like to not only just have us talk today, I invited a couple of our authors. I would have liked to invite all authors, but as you can imagine, we don't have enough time in probably the year to get everybody up on the call. But I asked today if and hopefully she's available right now, because I know she had a busy day and she found time to schedule around here to be with us today. I'd like to introduce everybody, if you know her, Kathleen Cameron. We published her book on June 8th of this past year, Becoming the One. It's a beautiful book. It's been an incredible experience bringing your book to market. I always love how it evolves. And one of the reasons, just so everyone knows, it's not just that you're incredible, but the success you had with your book. is only partially due to what we've done. It's also due to what you've done. We counted you at 39 number one positions when we released your book, and you became an international bestseller in 5 countries. And I think it's phenomenal that you have 42 reviews. We all know how tough it is to get reviews. And I think there was 90 some odd percent are 5-star. Absolutely incredible. So we'd love for you to share a little bit with everyone on our call today, Kathleen, and thank you for joining us.
Good morning, Judy. Thanks so much for having me.
Good morning.
I am a little bit raspy. I was just in Las Vegas for a week with my team, and we had a beautiful in-person live event, which was so transformative, but I have just been talking way too much. So I'll rest my voice a little bit later today. I just want to thank Hasmark for everything. This has been just such a beautiful, seamless experience. I actually text messaged my friend Peggy McCall, which you all know. I text messaged her when I had an intuitive hit to put kind of my story of my 1-year quantum leap. I thought, I should put it into a book. And I should have known that text messaging Peggy McCall would have had me write a book in 5 weeks. She is incredible. She kept me accountable. She lit the fire under my butt, and we got it completely. I wrote the whole thing in 5 weeks. And she really kept me on track. I'm so grateful for her to have such an experienced author provide me with some guidance is just priceless. So super blessed for that. And then it was released and was one of the most exciting things that's definitely happened to me over the past 2 years. It's been completely, my life is completely different than 2 years ago. But this book just, it was so beautiful, and the response was incredible. It was such an exciting day, that first day that it was released. I still think back to it often because it just felt you feel so, all your work is just being recognized in such a fun way. And there's something about then people sharing, taking pictures and sharing quotes from the book or their aha moments and their learnings. It's really, really cool. So I don't know how much time I have, but it was amazing, Judy, just truly amazing.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. It was amazing. You're definitely a role model for so many. And I know, like you said, your personal journey. And I think what's really important is the method, how all of it happened for you, because you got out of your own way.
Oh yeah. Huge. Yeah. I really became an observer of myself, an observer of my own thoughts, the way that I feel, what I felt about my life and my relationships and my success. And when I started to really, really pay attention to me and go inside, I started realizing, there is some work to do here. And as I did that work, everything outside of me has completely changed. And, even a year after writing the book, I don't even think it's been a year. I think I wrote it in January, but so much has changed even again. So it's just so fun.
Oh, excellent. Excellent. And we appreciate you. You're an incredible role model for all of us, because as I know your journey, so at least enough to realize how incredible it has been. And I always say, I was just talking to a gentleman yesterday, and I say, I always remember the very first phone call. And that's what really sticks with me, because that's what authors need to realize. And there's a lot of people who don't, there's a lot of people who want to write a book and don't follow through with it. Yeah. Like you said, you got to find the Peggy McCalls of the world. If she's not available, there is somebody like that who will hold you accountable and get you through it. Yeah. And I know Bob was a big factor too in getting the book out.
Yeah, just a little bit on that, because I think it's a fun little story. But probably a year and a half ago, I had written down just one day in a goal list, oh, I would love to be an international best-selling author, and I would love Bob Proctor to write the foreword of the book. And so when I wrote that, I had just become a coach with him. I had never met him in person or had a conversation with him. So why I thought that was going to happen, I have no idea. But so the next year ensued, and the success came, and he became a good friend in the meantime. And so I remember when Peggy said, Kathleen, who's going to write the foreword? And I said, ooh, well, I did write somebody down. And she's like, who? I said, Bob. And she's like, well, did you ask him? I said, no, I didn't. So she pushed me and said, do it right now. So of course I texted him. He texted back within like 30 seconds. Absolutely. And then as he finished off the foreword, he said, Kathleen, I couldn't sleep last night. I got to tell you something. I said, okay, tell me. He said, I really don't like the cover of your book. It is just not good. And I was like, oh no. But he said, but I designed a new one. And so he got the current cover designed, and it is so representative of me. He just did such an amazing job with the team that designed it. So it is so special. It means a lot. And it's just like a culmination of everything that I ever wanted. So super blessed.
That's perfect. Actually, I don't know if I told you this, I was with Peggy and Bob texted her, and he said to her, I was in her vehicle and we were waiting for her grandson. And Bob texts her and says, I really don't like Kathleen's cover. So Peggy looks at me because of course, so it's like, that's what she asked for. That's what she wanted. And she said, if Bob doesn't like it, figure it out. So she said, so she wrote him back, because I'm like, and then Bob says, I'm going to get Patty to do a new cover for her. And I'm like, yeah, go do it. Yes. And that was so cool being part of that too, being right there at the moment that Bob and Peggy were exchanging emails or texts to decide to redo your cover. Then when I saw it, wow. I agree with you. It suits your brand. Absolutely.
Perfect.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Perfect.
Yeah. Beautiful job. Well, thank you for sharing with us today, Kathleen. Thank you for taking the time and hold on, there's more to come. So, but in the meantime, we'll if you got nothing more, because you've shared a lot with us, then I'm going to move on, if that's okay with you.
Yes, totally.
Well,
Thanks so much for having me.
Thank you so much for sharing with us. And her story, Kathleen, I can't, honestly, I'm blown away by it. And you're an incredible role model, as we all know, for all of us. I have another really great role model also that I'd like to bring up and have him talk for a few minutes. Mark, I met probably about a year or so ago. I think it's been better than a year now. Probably last summer, we actually connected and we launched your book. I don't have the exact date, but it was earlier at the beginning of this year. In your book, you created 15 number ones, which is incredible in itself. And you became a bestseller in 3 different countries. What blows my mind with yours is not only that, but you have 93 reviews on UK Amazon. Yes, you should celebrate that. We all know how tough that is to do that. I think you got to approach probably, I was going to say 9,300, you probably got to approach 93,000 people just to get 93 reviews, because you got to stay on them all the time. But what I loved also about your book is the extension of it. You continue to keep it going. You knew that you didn't just launch it at the beginning of the year and that was the end of it. It's so much more. And I'd love for you to share your journey with our authors today. So thank you for being here today, Mark.
Thank you, Judy. Thanks to all of you. Thanks to all of Hasmark, and hello to all you beautiful, wonderful people, and greetings from the UK. It's great to be here. Yeah, I mean, I saw Bob do a course recently where he was holding up You Were Born Rich, which is a book that he wrote probably 40 or 50 years ago. And I can see myself doing that with Life Remixed. Okay. You don't just put out a book and then put it down, you know, particularly not if it's part memoir and part your experience. And then mine was how I managed to manifest an incurable disease and bankruptcy, and then how I fixed it. Before I was an international DJ when I was younger. But yeah, I've turned my book into a business. I am really happy and grateful for that. I always knew that I was going to do that. I had no idea. And I promise you the second book will not take that amount of time, much quicker. I'm working on it. I hope to have it done by Christmas, the second one. But yeah, as she's had a top 10 hit here in the UK. And then I got an incurable disease and collapsed. And that really kind of took the wind out of my sails. But I managed to recover from the incurable disease, also manifested a bankruptcy, managed to recover from that, ran 4 marathons, and now have become financially free. And I thought, well, that's a story, isn't it? Bankruptcy to financially free, unable to walk to running marathons. I thought, I've got to write this book. And a remix is what I used to do with, pop stars remixing their records, which I still do. And one of my streams of income, that is. And so, yeah, I had to start with why. Why am I doing this in the first place? And I started with the end in mind. So I've been studying at a distance with Bob Proctor for some years, and totally inspired by his journey and what he's done. Loved The Secret. The Secret was kind of my start point of getting out of the dis-ease and the bankruptcy. But then I had to, I didn't want it just to be about me. It's not like, me. It's like, no, it's about you. It's like, what can I do for you guys from my experience that's actually going to help? Therefore, people will read it, be interested in it, and understand, and then apply it to their own lives. So that was the purpose behind it. It still is the purpose behind it. And do you know what? It's the purpose for the next 50 years of my life until I'm 101. You've got to have a vision as well. I had a vision of putting together a 12 months to remix your life course off the back of the Life Remixed book. That was starting with the end in mind. That was the purpose, the vision, the goals. I targeted endorsements. So we managed to get, of course, that incredible endorsement that we got from Bob Proctor. Also, Marcy Shimoff coming on to a interview with me and give me moment where she's bowed. Oh, wow. That was a beautiful moment, and something that we've obviously taken and put into our marketing. The other side of, I had all the idea, I had everything there, managed to get the book out. Hasmark were, absolutely incredibly helpful with it. I must also say that everybody needs an Emma, and that's my wife. Everybody, look at everybody nodding. Yeah, I can see you all in the gallery. Everyone's like, yes. Everybody needs an Emma. She absolutely, holds it all together for me and keeps it all moving forward. And I'm quite happy to admit that. She's brilliant. In fact, we were thinking originally that we wanted to get published by Hay House, and that was our original thing before we ever found out about Judy and Hasmark. And the guy that I was talking to when we were talking about Emma and everything that she was doing behind the scene, he actually said, everybody needs an Emma. And that's where we've got it from. We've used that as the tagline and everything. But she helps me advertise. She helps me with the social media, all of the branding. We've got 3 different PR companies that are working with us in different places. We've taken on a new PR person to get me in front of UK television producers and directors over here as well. You've got to do lots and lots of Facebook Lives, show up for your audience, let people know that you're here. The first live I did, I know Judy's got it somewhere in the Hasmark group, delete it because it was horrible. But the point is that it was all part of that learning process. Nowadays, I'm quite comfortable, obviously, speaking and showing up for my audience. We also employ virtual PAs. So we've got virtual PAs that are out there, networking for us, putting posts up. We've got assistants. You can't just do it all yourself. Not one successful person on this planet did it all on their own. No way. This team of Hasmark here is a brilliant team. Extend that team outside of it as well, and find in your own territory, in your own country, reach for people, because you all have a important message. You're all completely unique, and you have something to offer, and people will be attracted to you in order that you can share your story and help them, whether that's children's books or lifestyle books or whatever it is that you're writing. The other things I want to say is, obviously you'll know about The Secret from back in the day 15 years ago when that first came out. Give first. What can you give? What free content do you give that will attract people to you? So we now do a 5 days to remix your life course. I do them every month online. We will be doing them in person as well, probably in early 2022. We're working on the first live event for 100 people. We regularly get 80 people sign up for 5 days to remix your life each month. And I convert probably about 10% of them on average. So 8 to 10 people come into the coaching program every month from those 80 people. I give that completely free of my time. I also give a free 30-minute discovery call off the back of that. And as I said, that's not a bad conversion rate of people coming into the coaching program. I've quickly built up 50 clients worldwide in Life Remixed within the 6 months since we released the book. I believe in the next 6 months we'll have at least another 50, and then I'll be bringing in a team of coaches because I won't be able to cope anymore. My diary will be so packed that it's not possible for me to be able to keep servicing everybody, but I've got a team of coaches already being lined up to work with me, using the well-used Bob Proctor, Peggy McColl business plan, right? I mean, that's how it's going to work. It's how we're going to help more people, which is really important. I want to say, obviously, live your life, be passionate, give first, receive after that, keep that free content out there, and care for other people. You all are big-hearted people. I mean, Hasmark is heart and soul marketing, right? I mean, we all care for other people, but make sure you keep doing it. Even at the tough times, even if there's a moment where you think to yourself, what am I doing? Is this right? No, keep going, keep going, keep going. You are unique. Someone wants to hear your story. You can help somebody without a shadow of a doubt. Give that service, add that value. And the big one as well is invest in yourself. Invest in yourself with your time, your money, your effort. It is the ultimate self-love. And I say that to a lot of people. I want them to really understand. I've invested a lot of money in myself over the last few years. But let me tell you, the money that I invested with Hasmark has come back tenfold in 6 months. And that is not an accident. It's because I believed in myself enough to say, I'm ready to do this. I've had Samsung this week approach me to give a live event speech to their staff in November. And that's going to be a few hundred people. This is not an accident, any of this. This is part of self-belief, self-confidence, and all of the things I just packaged up in a very quick presentation there, just to say to you all, take what you get out of it. Hasmark help you. You've also got to really make it happen for yourself. But it's out there, it's waiting for you. Your success awaits, and just be really, really grateful for it. So I want to say thank you, Judy. Thank you to the whole team. I would love to name every one of you, but I love you all. And if anyone's got any questions, of course, I'm here to take them. I can see the chat box, which means I'm doing a good job. So thank you.
You're absolutely a mind-blowing inspiration to all of us. And I am so fortunate because, like you said, I am not deleting that first live chat, because it's incredible to see the growth. It's incredible when you showed up and you told me your story, and it's like, I want this. I want to do this book. I want to work with this gentleman. And you're right, though, as over the time I sit there and I think about, and it's not that long.
No.
Like it truly is.
The book came out on March the 3rd, if you remember.
March 3rd, okay.
That's 6 months, really. Well, 7 months, I suppose. But 7 months,
Wow.
and it's not a long time at all, considering I've been thinking about it for 10 years before that.
Exactly.
It's important to get the second book out, and I keep the momentum. But Life Remixed as a brand has taken off. I mean, my diary is incredible. I mean, you know how hard it is to get any time in my diary, and that's just going to get more and more. But that success comes because of my energy and my belief that I know that I can help other people. And every single person on this call knows that they can help other people. So believe in yourselves and have that confidence, and you're going to get to where you want to get to.
What you're saying today is the reason you're so successful. It's you have incredible advice, incredible energy, and you're actually walking your talk. Here's one of the biggest things we can also do. I agree with believing yourself, far more important than just about anything. But also, whatever you're telling people, you need to walk it. You need to show that is who you are. You need to live it. And I remember the times where you'd be on live. You'd be doing what, 5, 6 lives a week?
You can't stop me now.
Exactly. But I remembered you actually saying at the time, like, okay, I got to back this off. And I'm sure even when you started to back things off, you must have been sitting there thinking, well, that reduced my readership, my viewership, how people respond to me. And it's the exact opposite. It freed you up.
I think more people want to have one-to-one calls with me now, which means I can then raise my price in order to do that. You know, I'm certainly not, you know, I'm based on freedom. There's a couple of people I coach for free because they're in financial trouble. And of course, you know, I'm more than willing to give, as I said, you know, give first and then you receive. But the point is that my value is going up, and it becomes from that belief. I mean, Bob Proctor's my inspiration. He's 87. I'm 36 years, but no, I'm 51. I'm 36, 37 years behind him. Yeah, well, you know, but I'm a few years behind him, but I know where I'm going. You're going to see me 87, white hair up there doing my thing, because this is my mission now. This is my job. This is what I love to do. And the more value I add and the more service I add, and then the more people I train and coach to live the Life Remixed values in the 12 months to Remix Your Life program, the book is the business card. The book is the business card. 93 Amazon reviews. We're pushing for that magic 100. I know you said the 100 is where we hit a different algorithm. I'll tell you what, Judy, the day I hit 100, 7 more I need. Come on, people. Look how many people are on this, look how many people are on this call.
Exactly.
I need 7 more reviews, people. Come on, please. And, you know, but in all seriousness, the day I hit that 100, I am going to be straight on WhatsApp to you going, right, what are we doing next? And I know what you're going to say. I know what you're going to say.
Mark,
200.
I'll give you your review. You're coming up soon.
Oh, thank you.
Yay.
Thank you, Brian. It's good to see you, mate.
Oh, and Janet Lynn said she was going to write a review. Okay, we only have 5 more to go.
Come on, love you. I love you guys. Thank you.
But that's exactly what I'm talking. It doesn't stop. It never stops. It's you've got to keep it going all the time. That's what's incredible about you. And I remember the day, I'm pretty sure it was the first call. Judy, I am going to be UK's version of Bob Proctor. That's what you promised me. And you're on your way. For instance, the fact that you're doing Samsung.
We're now talking to event sponsors. Yes, Samsung are interested, which is amazing. We're talking to event sponsors. We're talking to people like Vitality Health Insurance. We need about £20,000 up front to put on an event, a live event in the UK. The idea is that I don't leave the house until that money is in place from the sponsor, and therefore I can then walk in, do my bit. We're going to put some music on the end because I've still got my Life Remix record label. I've started a Life Remix record label. My first release is out with a soul singer here in the UK called Kenny Thomas. Listen, none of this is an accident. I'm in my creative flow. No. I set the goals. You remember day one. This is where we're going. I'm somewhere between Tony Robbins and Bob Proctor here in the UK, where, you know, the American side of things, you guys, you just embrace all of this. The UK, we're a little bit more, you know, en masse, we're a little bit more, what's all this about? You know, I'm going to break through that. And honestly, it's going to be, well, it's going to be, it is a wonderful experience. So onwards and upwards, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. You're an incredible soul. You're definitely a role model for so many of us. And I am so honored that you didn't go with Hay House. It was close. Can I
explain to you guys? It's really quickly. So I was coached through my book writing process by a published author on Hay House. And he said to me towards the end of that process, he really helped me. Listen, everybody needs a coach, right? I am a coach. Everyone needs a coach. If you want to write a book, we're just doing our first £1 million property deal. Not a mistake. You know, that's happening for a reason, because I'm also a property coach and a wealth coach and everything. But the point of it is that the Hay House story, I said to Will, my friend, I said to him, okay, so tell me the business end of this. Now the book's written, I said, tell me the business end. I said, how much do you spend on editing? He said, oh, I don't know, a couple of grand. I said, okay, fine. And I said, so how much of an advance did you get from Hay House? He said, 1,500 quid. And I said, right, hold on a minute. So you've just signed away the entire rights to your book and you're £500 in debt. I was like, that is not business, Will. That's not business. And I think that, you know, for me, once we started talking, I was like, yeah, I want to hold on to the rights of Life Remixed.
Oh, yeah.
I want this 12-month coaching program off the back of it. If Netflix or Prime or someone come calling, I want to be able to be in control of that yes/no decision. And the fact that we got onto all those coffee chats, the fact that you gave me that nudge that day to say, ask Marcy for an endorsement. I went, yeah, okay, I'll do it. You know, that kind of stuff is just been wonderful. It's a wonderful experience.
So glad you brought that up.
My second book is coming because we're on a journey here.
We are on a journey here.
One of the things that I was privileged to do was interview you, Mark, for that one of your first interviews.
First interview, Dave. Yes, I remember it well.
That was you've come a long way, my friend.
Yeah, I agree.
You can see it. I can see it. I feel it. I can see it. And
see,
it makes me feel
good. Beautiful, though. It's recorded. So now you get to look back, like you said, delete it. Well,
I'm not looking back at that. I'm going forwards, but I hear you.
Good point.
Nobody wants to
never delete your content. It's my property. Never.
That's right.
You didn't see that particular interview, Brian, but I hear you, mate.
But your journey is, as every author can go through it. It's about the time that they want to invest, and you have invested in it. You've invested more in yourself though than just the book, because you've made it your life, you made it your mission, and you're reaching the success you had set out to do. In fact, you are already successful at what you set out to do. And I think it's incredible to watch you.
I often say I'm just warming up, and I am literally just warming up. Trust me.
Love it.
My purpose in life is to bring joy to other people, to bring knowledge, because I've learned a lot, to inspire other people, and to create good things in the world. So joy, knowledge, inspire, create. As long as we're doing those four things, which we are on this call, I'm living my life on purpose, and I'm happy to be it.
Wow. Well, I think we can leave that with that, because that's an incredible message. So thank you, Mark. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you sharing with us, and I appreciate for you inviting us to be on this journey with you.
Thank you.
May you continue to be successful. So I can't wait for book 10.
It's on its way. That's in concept, that one.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Well, thank you again. I appreciate you being here, taking time out of that incredible busy schedule you had just mentioned. And there is more to come, so don't go anywhere if you can. I do want to bring up another author who has also been, what I did was I chose a couple people, and again, I wish I could have invited all of you, but there was a couple people, including Kathleen and Mark, that I wanted to have you guys connect with their energy. And there's another lady who I've been honored to know, and I think we connected back last, probably summer, spring, and she's on her way to releasing 13 books. Mind-blowing. I think the fastest to market is Jonette by far. And I have always been absolutely in awe of the fact that you're like, I don't know if I'm going to get everything, because first you're a doctor, and not first in order of your priority, of course, wife, mother, grandmother, doctor. You have a blog that you do recipes, and they look incredible. I can't wait to sit down with you and try them all, because it's been unbelievably difficult to look at them. And then you're doing your story time. Well, as we both know, there's the animation we showed in the video for a few minutes. So you've got AR in your books. I'll let you continue to talk, because I can go on, and it'll take up just about the rest of the time with us, just to go on with all of what you've done, as you have done an incredible job.
Thank
so
you.
honored.
Thank you. Are you able to hear me okay?
I hear you great.
Great,
You're
great.
very welcome.
All right. So for those of you that don't know me yet, I'm Dr. Jonette. I'm going to tell you a little bit about my Hasmark book journey. I'm an ER doctor. I'm a mother, a grandmother, and international, thanks to Hasmark, an international best-selling author of 3 books that were released so far. I've also written another 7, and we'll have 13 here shortly. So lots of books. My first book was actually uploaded by Hasmark to Amazon 1 year and 2 days ago. So in the last year, that's a little bit of my book journey and what I've accomplished. But let me tell you a little bit more about who I am. I am an ER doctor just outside of New York City, and I work in a hospital. Back in March of 2020, I found myself on the front lines in an ER at the epicenter of the COVID pandemic. And as the people in my community where I worked flood my ER, I realized that this was a pandemic, a crisis of amazing proportions. They filled up our ER, they flooded into the hallways, they filled up our ICUs, and at one point our hospital turned the whole hospital into basically a COVID ICU. And one of the things that we learned was at about 14 days, 1 of 2 things began to happen to our patients. Either they got better or they died. And way too many of them died. What most of you don't know is that in the beginning, family wasn't allowed into the hospital. So when our patients began to die, there was no one there to be with them, to hold their hand, to comfort them. Their family wasn't allowed in. So who was there for them? The doctors, the nurses. We were their caregivers, and we were their connection between them and their loved ones. And what did we do? We had to hold up a cell phone, an iPad. We put on FaceTime, and we held their hand as they had to have their final goodbye with their family that couldn't be there. And yeah, that was tough. That was really, their hearts broke. Our hearts broke. And about this time, my granddaughter said to me, Dr. Grammy, are you going to die of the coronavirus? Wow. I didn't know how to answer her question because every day her Dr. Grammy went to work in an ER. Her Dr. Grammy worked with COVID positive patients. Every one of my patients was COVID positive. And I didn't have an answer for her. I looked at the fear in her face. I felt the fear in her heart. And I knew that she wasn't alone, that out there with her was so many kids with the same question. Their dads, their moms, their aunts, their uncles, their Grammies and Grampies were dying or might die of the COVID virus. And I knew in that moment that I needed to find an answer. I needed to have an answer for her that I could give her in a way that she would understand, in a way that I could take the fear in her heart and replace it with something better, with giggles, with joy. And so out of that moment of not having an answer, a burning desire was born to give her an answer. And I began to write a book called Giggles in My Heart. And it became the first in a series of books where I take and I put on a level that a 3 to 5 year old, or actually about a 4 to 8 year old, can understand. I write a rhyme and I help kids and help them understand how to relate to their emotions, how to understand their emotions, and how to begin to realize parts of them that they don't understand and to give them answers. And out of that also, a movement's been created, a movement that I call ESP, Emotional Social Parenting. Because you realize it's not only the kids that don't necessarily have answers, the parents also don't know how to answer some of those questions. And each of my books deals with different emotions: fear, sadness, anger, and also some of the better emotions: joy, love, kindness, happiness, gratitude. And I teach, I teach the kids on their level with rhyme and magical characters and fun, lots of light, lots of sparkle, lots of joy in the books to help them understand. But I also wanted to create something for the parents that they could use in addition to my books. And a little bit more of my journey is when I wrote my first book, I had taken a Bob Proctor seminar and met Peggy and took her best-selling authors class. And she introduced me to Judy and my book journey began. Now, as Judy mentioned, I'm a food blogger. I love food. I love to create food. I love to share food. And I think of Hasmark, I like kind of like analogies. I think of Hasmark as the grand buffet of publishing. If you've ever been on a cruise, you know what the grand buffet is. And Hasmark is the grand buffet of publishing. So when I came to Hasmark, I had a giant platter that I wanted to fill from all of the things that Hasmark could offer me. And what did I put on my plate, my platter, from the grand buffet of publishing? I put AR on it. And I put augmented reality into my book. So when the kids read Giggles in My Heart, it comes to life for them. My characters pop up out of my books in an animated movie, and it brings my story to life. You saw a little bit of that animated movie as part of the AR. What else did I choose from that marvelous buffet that Hasmark has? I chose an illustrator, Keziah, who you can see her covers on my books right here. And she's done an incredible job. I chose, as you grow your business, and I've grown from my books, I've founded Heartslight, I've founded Heartslight Kids. And as you grow your business, all of a sudden you realize you begin to work with other people and you need an attorney, you need a lawyer. Hasmark gave me Banafshe. And she has become my general counsel. She's become my go-to person when I have a question. I need a contract. I need something reviewed. And she's really not only been my general counsel, she's become a good friend, as most of my Hasmark family has. And she has helped me grow my business in ways that I couldn't even imagine. What else did I put on my plate? Oh my goodness. Kelly. She helped me with my learning kit. She created the first one. This is what I wanted to create for the parents. And she put together a learning kit that the parents can use. It has questions, it has mazes, it has things for the kids, it has things for the parents. And they can purchase it and use it as a supplement for my children's books. And if an educator wants to use it, they can purchase it. And they can use it in their classroom, and they can generate ways for them to understand emotional, social parenting and emotional emotions and how to relate to them. What else did I put on my plate? Hasmark has all these incredible authors, and I started my own story time. Hasmark has introduced me to a bunch of children's authors. I invite them to share their books on my story time. We do an interview. They share about themselves. The kids get these great authors. I mean, really, how better to have a story time than to have the author that wrote the book read the book to your kids. And then you get the bonus of meeting that author via my interview and learning about them. The authors, I get to promote their books on my social media and help them generate some business and book sales. And they get to help me as a supplement to my learning kits, because I then link their books and their show to my learning kit as a supplement for my parents and the educators that want to learn more and have more resources. Those are just a few of the many different types of offerings or the different types of selections that I was able to choose from that Hasmark offered me. Merchandise. Oh, this is another one. Merchandising. I opened a store, and Keziah, my illustrator, has created all of the designs, all of the things that I put on the things in my store. Mugs, water bottles, t-shirts, sweatshirts. I see Brian clapping over there. Brian's got a couple of my sweatshirts as well as all of my books. So thank you, Brian. And so I have fun with the things in my store. Right now, I'm in the process of creating plush of all of my characters. And so coming soon will be plush animals and plush, all types of different plush things that the kids can buy in conjunction with the books and the learning kits and everything else. And this has all been made possible by the grand buffet of things that Hasmark has. So what I want to say to you, if you're an author and you go, I'm not sure I can do that, I just have to say, if this grandma who works full-time as an ER doctor during the pandemic crisis in the last year was able to write 10 books, start her own business, grow her business, found an emotional social parenting movement, become a lecturer, become a thought leader, become a storekeeper, and in general, just thank you so much. If I can do it, I have no question that you can do it. And I know, in fact, that you can do it better and you can do it so much more than I have.
Hello.
Thank you, Judy. And thank you for letting me share
Hello.
and part of my journey.
Oh, Jonette, it is beautifully said. And I did want to add something, if it's okay with you, because I know, and I hope you're okay with this, but I kind of like to introduce one more thing you got from the buffet. Is that okay?
Yes, absolutely.
You know what I'm talking
I know
about?
I forgot a bunch of stuff.
Well, and
Please
it is-
include everything else that I forgot. Absolutely.
It is Dave's we're gonna bring
Oh my
attention to-
God. Oh my God. You can't
Just
include
the
that. I
first
gotta
one.
include that.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Yes. Oh, one of the other things, a really cool thing I got from the buffet of Hasmark is I got a musician. In my books, two of my books, I put songs, but I can write songs, but man, there is no way that I have any music in me. So I needed somebody to put music to the songs I wrote. And Hasmark had a wonderful, talented, amazing person, Dave. And he's written 2 songs within my books that will be augmented reality. He's written another song or put the music to another song that I'm going to use in my learning kits as a get up and move movement song for each of my learning kits. So yes, and if I know I forgot other things from the buffet because it's so vast and amazing. It's kind of like on a cruise
is.
ship, you know. You
Yeah.
go through the buffet and then you got to go back and then you got to go back again because there's all this great stuff. So thank you, Judy, for reminding me, and thank you, Dave, for your amazing talent.
So
And
the AR of the first song became like a karaoke kind of sing along, and
Yeah.
as the kids would play it again and again, they would start to really learn the song as well. So I'm going to play that for you guys right now.
That's
oh,
okay.
perfect. Yay!
Just the
Yay!
we still haven't introduced the second one, which we'll be doing with you on Tuesday. So
Yes,
it's Tuesday.
can't wait. I'm so
Yeah.
excited.
I love it. Oops, let me get that out of the way.
Thank you is more than a word to say. Thankful is how you should feel all day. If you are thankful all day long, in your heart you will have a song. You will have a song. Thank you is more than a word to say. Thankful is how you should feel all day. Feel thankful as you walk down the street. Say thank you to all that you meet. Yes, to all you meet. Thank you is more than a word to say. Thankful is how you should feel all day. A thankful feeling takes away fear. So give thank yous to all who are near. All who are near, thank you is more than a word to say. Thank you. Thankful is how you should feel all day. Thankful. A thank you said to those you love will bring you light, light from above, light from above. Thank you is more than a word to say. Thankful is how you should feel all day. Thank you is more than a word to say. Thankful is how you should feel all day. Thank you is more than a word to say. Thankful is how you should feel all day. Thank you is more than a word to say.
And of course, that background graphic is the marker in the book.
And what a great
Keziah, yeah, Keziah did the illustration. You can see how exquisite and beautiful her illustrations are.
Yeah.
And that will be one of my plush characters down the road.
wow.
So, wow.
Wow. What
Jonette
book
wrote
will
the
that be
words.
in? What book is that in, Jonette?
That's in The Magic of Thank You.
Ah, and that'll be released this fall, correct?
You know, we'll have to talk about that because I have
Okay.
so many great books. It's like, I do
Yeah.
want that to be my next book. And yeah, either this fall or the beginning of next year, I'm thinking.
Perfect. And what a beautiful
Yes.
song. It's so appropriate for today. It's
It is.
yeah.
It has such a wonderful message, which is gratitude is so important in
Exactly.
helping us really put giggles in our heart and
Yeah.
helping us be happy.
And
Because
your
if
beautiful
we can
energy.
feel
just-
gratitude all day long in our heart, we have a song, and we don't have to be afraid.
No.
And we can go about our day with a smile and with giggles in our heart.
Absolutely. Great message to leave us with, Jonette. That is absolutely perfect. And we are so incredibly grateful to be on this journey with you and for bringing Dave into the world of music with your book and for Dave to introduce his gift to everybody. So I'm looking forward to the expansion of that too. It's absolutely beautiful. So thank you. Thank you, Jonette, and thank you, Dave, for doing an incredible job, both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
A great opportunity for me.
Yeah, exactly. And well, thank you again, Jonette. I appreciate that you shared all that with us. And trust me, everyone, we are going to get the awards very, very soon. We should have been having a countdown so you guys know what's coming up. But in the meantime, I just wanted to bring and again, I can't put all of you online, but I can certainly acknowledge today, Brian. He's been very instrumental in what we're doing in interviewing our authors. Most of you guys know who Brian is. He's has movies, reviews, and more. He has 10 million views and counting. And I am always incredibly, I saw a post you put up this morning about you with Patrick Duffy, and I'm thinking, oh my goodness, is there anyone you have not met? I mean, Oprah, I'm always writing to him, oh my gosh, Blake Shelton, are you kidding me? But with COVID right now, I can't get to you, but I plan on it. But I just wanted to bring you here today and honor you, Brian, and for you to share a little bit about, what you've been doing and where you're going. So thank you for joining us.
Well, I got to thank all of you. And I truly do thank you. I never knew I was going to talk to all the authors, but I kind of knew. It's kind of like visualizing everything. Jonette, congratulations for what you're doing. My hat goes off to you. I talked to a lot of people about the work that you do, especially for kids. I have a surprise coming up for you later because you're writing so many books, but I'm working on something for you. Mark, you were the first one out the gate. I talked to you about that. You were kicking ass. I'm so proud of you, my friend. I got something else coming up for you too. You thought Leland Starr was good? No, I got more stuff coming up for you. So Janet Lynn, Nancy Lynn, Ursula, this Cheryl's coming up. Michelle Lee's coming up. Guess, Judy, you don't know this. I'm putting her with Karen Glasser Tuesday. I was going to surprise her.
Cool. Oh, wow. Cool.
Yeah. So that's coming up. So the fun thing about this, I'm so honored to have Passmark in my family, and you guys are my family, and you guys are my friends. When I'm calling you, I'm really calling you to say, how are you guys doing? I do this to a lot of my friends around the world. I want to check. We're supposed to be doing this. Mark, you know what that's like. With people suffering from depression, anxiety, all kinds of things. I don't have those things, but all of my friends do. So I want to call. I don't care where you live around. If I'm calling you, I'm up 2, 4, 5 in the morning, which I am. I'm calling all the countries to check on everybody to say, hey, I care for you. I want to see you succeed. How can I help you? Because what Mark was saying, just because you write your book, it doesn't stop from there. I don't do one and done. You guys are my new friends. I want you to be introduced to everybody that I know. When I come to have my Dream New Artist, which is what you're starting to see me promoting, you are all invited. And believe me, I'm already turning down people because I only want so many people coming to my ranch. But you are all invited, and I'd love to have you come back to the show. This means a lot to me and my team. This is very, very special. I love what you guys are doing. And yes, my book is going to be coming from Passmark too. I've already turned down a couple other people. And what I'm doing when I'm fidgeting around, I got 2 phones ringing. I got cosmetics that was lost for all the girls. I have some from Judy and a couple other things. Kathleen, I wanted to surprise you on the red carpet this Sunday. That's why I was calling you so much. And congratulations, 39 #1 positions, 42. Congratulations. I wish I could have you on this red carpet this Sunday. So what I really am saying to everybody is congratulations. I'm really thankful for what you all are doing. And you guys are my friends. I'm Brian Sebastian. This is Movie Reviews and More. And this is what I always say. Have a good night tonight, a better night tomorrow. And if you see someone without a smile, please give them one of yours because the world truly does need it.
love, love, love that message, Brian. Thank you so much. And I love what you do for all of us and our authors. And you're right. I think I talk to you just about more than my entire team combined. So I can't thank you enough, because you're true to your word. And that's why I wanted to spend a couple minutes in front of and with everybody today, is because you again, you're somebody else who walks the talk. And I love that about you. You told me in the beginning, because at first it was like, that's it. And then it was like, no, more and more and more. And once we're in your family, we're here for life. So thank you, Brian, for all you're doing for our authors, for the world. And I know that the Dreamweavers Ranch will be, in fact, if you wish, you can always put that in the chat window, but it'll be incredible. I can't wait for it. And I can't wait to actually meet you live and in person, and actually be one of those people you get to put a picture with.
And I gotta
right
say
beside
this.
Oprah.
I have to say this. Roberto's coming, he's going to be on the red carpet with Angelica. And I'm so excited by this because they have both have met Vince Bonito. Vince Bonito, he's the only one in the world that has a certified nose. He's made perfumes, colognes for Britney Spears, Jennifer Lopez, Michael Jordan. He's doing the Judy Garland estate. So I was pushing his book and his movie. And this is what he said to me: Ryan, why are you pushing all these people from Hasmark? Who's Hasmark? Well, that's the book that you didn't write. You took yours to some place else. You took it to Hasmark. And so he's like, what am I doing? So we were pushing his movie. So his movie is being opened this Sunday. So I said, I got to call Roberto because Vince loves him and Roberto likes him. Perfect. And I had to call Angelica because of her story and what's going on with her. And I like to do this with everybody. And Dave, I forgot to say hi to you because I love what you're doing. And Jenna, congratulations. Good job with what you're doing. Kelly, I got to talk to you more because I want to include more stuff that I'm doing with Hasmark, because I got a whole presentation from you guys. And the reason I'm so excited about all this stuff, there's more and more things that come to me, and I got to call people and let them know. I don't have time to put all this in an email. So I'm like, yeah, let me call this person. This is for this person. Let me call this person. This is for this person. That's exciting to me.
Well, it's just to you mentioned Angelica, and I don't believe she's on the call, but I can't see everybody.
No,
but,
you know where she is? She's here in Los Angeles. She's going to be seeing me within the next 2 hours.
Okay. She actually will be up for next year's award because she releases on November 17th, I think it is. But I don't know if everybody knows it, and it's kind of under wraps at the moment, but I've seen her share a little bit about it, is that it began with, of course, the idea. She came to us through Mark and Emma, which I so appreciate you guys recommending us to her, because she's an incredible woman. And her journey, she went to, I think it was Hollywood to meet you, right, Brian, to get on your show. And from that meeting.
Hey, Mark, thank you for that, because we gave you credit. I don't know if you know, and I'm holding her show because we got a nice big thing coming up, but we thanked you. And she was on 3 shows that we did. Not 1, not 2, 3.
It's my pleasure. I met her and interviewed her because we met through the eColors coaching that we do with corporate clients. Angelica was a special individual introduced to me by Lewis Senior, who wrote part of the foreword to my book. And she had this story. She sent it to me, and I was like, she needs to talk to you guys. And it's I can see it as a Netflix documentary or a film or who knows what. But yeah, it's good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah, she's on the way to big things happening with her book. It's I believe even I know Ben, if she's on the call, I think she just mentioned she had to jump off, but I know she's going to be working to get the expansion of her book. And it all started with Mark, and then but that's what the family's doing for this, though. It began with Mark, and then she came to us, then she went to Brian, and from Brian she came. Like now we've managed between Brian and ourselves to get her in front of the right people. So something more is going to happen with that story. There is zero doubt. That's going to be big. I'm so thrilled to be on that journey with her and to have you guys be part of it.
And Judy, so one of the other things is now I have literary agents actually coming to me because I jumped on, and Mark, I got to connect with you. I jumped on the Clubhouse. So all of a sudden they've been coming to us. And then yesterday, I had the entertainment attorneys because I knew nothing about entertainment law. I actually need one. All of a sudden, they started following. So guess what I'm doing? I'm going to be turning them on to you guys because we all need these. Because there's different types, there's different levels, and everybody needs this.
Perfect. Excellent. Well, thank you again, Brian. We're so blessed to have you in our lives. We so appreciate everything you're doing for us.
Hey, I couldn't have done this without you guys. I'm thanking you. It's all about compassion and empathy. As I said, the 4 E's: educational. Jonette, you have your stuff is educational, and I love what you're doing for everybody. Exciting, emotional, and entertaining.
That's what we strive to be. So thank you for that. Thank you. Thank you for joining us today, Brian. We appreciate it. And with that, and honestly, again, I wish I could invite you all in. And when we get through this next part, which is why we're all here, then of course we'll invite if anyone else wants to chat. But in the meantime, what I'd like to do now is move into the actual awards. So do this in a couple parts, but most importantly right now is, as everyone knows, this is an annual event. It's our 3rd annual event, and with everything that's going on with Hasmark and is in life, and as we've just all heard about, is that we're forever growing and forever expanding. And for whatever reason, it dawned on me about a month ago is let's open the whole award thing, instead of us being just Hasmarkians voting, let's open up the voting. Well, it started with, or we ended up with over 1,300 votes, which blew my mind. And considering that's the first time we've ever opened it up to the world, it's an incredible, incredible response. We have, we're also going to be doing it. I will open the voting up earlier this year now that we've done it that way, just so in case whoever's launching. And how it works is we run from our fiscal year ends yesterday, September 30th. So we hold the event in October. So it's books launching from October 1st of 2021 to September 30th of 2022. So that's how we do it. It is, the qualifications for it are think innovatively, to be creative, to go above and beyond, and to be a role model for other authors. And I think the hardest thing this year, and I think that's why we decided the voting became open, was making a choice. And it's never, ever easy. But it's the right decision, and we've had incredible. There was a lot of people pretty close to the top. I mean, we did have a lot of books considering that all were going on, but I am happy to announce that the first winner of the award is Talita, not Talita. Our dear Kathleen Cameron. Yay! We can't make all kinds of noise, but if you guys want to, and I hope Kathleen is still here, still online. Jennifer has the award. We weren't able to get it to you guys soon enough. We actually received them yesterday. Is Kathleen on? I'm unfortunate. There you are.
I'm here.
Congratulations.
Oh, that is so sweet. Thank you so much. I'm so appreciative.
And we do have your award. Jennifer has it. And once the event's over, we will get this award to you.
Just when this whole experience couldn't get any better. You guys make it better. Thank you so much. That's so sweet.
Oh, you're welcome. It's so well deserved. It truly is. We're so honored. We put your book, just so you know, we did put the seal on the book here, but it's also optional. So congratulations again. I think you've done an incredible job with your book, becoming our role model for so much. So we're so honored.
Thank you so much, Judy.
You're welcome. You're welcome. just to add to it is that it was, as I mentioned a few minutes ago, it was really, really close in the voting. And what we felt was we could have done like a first and second, and maybe next year we'll do kind of a first, second, third. That came into my idea when I was writing my notes to open the voting, is that I think we'll end up doing first, second, third next year. But I wanted to, of course, I didn't want we couldn't just hold it to one winner. We decided that we would have a co-winner this year. And with that, I would like to introduce Mark Wilkinson as our co-winner of the Award of Excellence. So congratulations, Mark.
Thank you very much. How unexpected. I really appreciate that. Thank you, Judy.
Good. You're welcome. You're welcome. I just think you've done, honestly, it's with you and Kathleen, it's like, folks, just study from these guys. I've always said that to you, especially you, Mark, being on the journey longer than Kathleen, is that if authors want to know what it is they're to do, just go watch somebody, even if they copy it. It's change the name of the book. But I mean, I saw you create even a book club out of your book. I'd never seen it done that way. And nor have I seen anyone do it since.
So we do a monthly online straight talking interview where I invite celebrity guests to come and talk to me about their lives and how they've remixed their lives at different points in their life. And then, yeah, the book club we did a 14-week run of the book club where I just invited loads of people onto a live using a tool called StreamYard, which I highly recommend. You can go live across all of your platforms. So we did that. And we're also now just going to start, we're going on holiday next week. So this is a lovely way to send ourselves off to Spain for a bit of sunshine. When we get back, we're going to start life remix stories with a lot of my clients. So my clients are going to start to talk about working with me and their success and the things that they are launching because of working with me and working on the Life Remix program. So watch this space, because we've got loads more innovation. And I'll be honest with you, once again, I cannot take all of the credit because my good lady is the brains, is the brains behind the outfit. No, she's wonderful. And she comes up with some incredible marketing ideas. And a lot of the stuff you're pointing out, Judy, comes from Emma. But Emma and I are a team. We work together. Solid foundations, work together, love one another, and put out positive energy and positive vibes. So I can't thank you enough. Kathleen, I want to congratulate you as well, and great work. And everyone on this call, every single one of you has it in your abilities to do this. Just find someone who's being successful and copy them. Simple as that. Tony Robbins calls it modeling. You can call it whatever you want, but find someone who is living the way you would like to live. I've done that with Kevin Green here in the UK. He's a millionaire property developer. I'm now, owning £3 million worth of property with my own best-selling book. It's not an accident, Judy. It's not an accident.
No, it isn't an accident. Everything's on purpose. Absolutely. You set your goals, you set your intention, and you're not looking back, as you said. You won't even look back at the old videos. So.
No, don't need to. That was then. This is now. Let's go. Let's keep going forwards.
Exactly. And honestly, we're honored and appreciate it, because I did know, I forgot actually until you mentioned it, you were going on holiday. So we appreciate you sticking back and joining us today. So. And we truly are honored to be able to present this to you. I will get it mailed to you. So before you go on holidays, you might want to send me your mailing address so we can send it off to you. So
I shall look forward to it, and watch out for the selfies incoming with lots of hashtags, lots of hashtags and lots of marketing. But big, massive, huge love to every single one of you here. Thank you.
Oh, you're very, very welcome. Very well deserved. Very well deserved. And as an extension of it, we decided that we would nominate you guys for another award, the Indie Book Award. So both Kathleen's book and your book have been submitted for the Indie Award. I know that with that, it was one of those, I've heard of it a lot. It's an incredible recognition. And of course, there's lots and lots of opportunities to get other, because I know even Kelly, she's nominated for an award as well. I think she won an award, I should say. But anyways, there's lots of prizes and stuff like that. We have nominated not only Kathleen and Mark for that. It'll be the 2022 awards. If you want to reach out, we can tell you what categories, but we have also nominated Michelle Lee. She placed very well in voting, so we wanted to nominate her book. So your book has been submitted. We submitted it yesterday for nomination. So hopefully when we hear from them that you're accepted, we'll get a hold of you, but we felt you were deserved. Your message, Michelle, if you want to talk a little bit for a minute and just share with us what you've done, what your book is about, that would be, and I know I'm putting you on the spot, but that's part of being an author.
Yeah, I'm starting to understand that you just got to wing it.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for putting me up for this award. That's a wonderful piece of recognition. Thank you. It's an honor
You're
to
welcome.
be listed with the other two candidates as well. Of course, I know Kathleen from taking TIR through her. And Mark, of course, I've read some of your work as well. My book, It's Okay to Be Pink, was written 32 years ago when I was in high school. And it was part of a simple class situation where we had to write a children's book and eventually take it to a local school and read it to that class. I did that and I handed the book off and what have you and never really thought much of it. 20 years ago, I tried to publish it and the person I was then living with was dead set against it and said, "You will never do it." And was adamant that there was no way on earth that I would ever publish a book. Well, I'm no longer with that individual. And obviously it didn't do me any harm to, not be with him and go my own way. So the book itself is basically about bullying, teasing, and any kind of difference that you might have growing up as a child. So yes, it's for young children, but I've been finding that my friends who are reading it to their kids and my neighbors and what have you are all saying the same thing. Like, you might have written this for young children, but my goodness, this appeals to me because I was bullied as a child. I went through this. I've gone through this at work. I've gone, people are relating to it a huge amount. So not only do I have the book itself, but there is a website as well, bobtheglob.ca and bobtheglob.com, which both have resources for parents and children who are dealing with bullying or any kind of differences in their lives. And you can download the information there for free. You can download everything there for free. There's a blog on there that you can talk to me if you wish to. There's like a whole whack of stuff being developed and in developing stages right now in the website that we are expanding because I'm already finding need and I only released it on the 28th. So people are definitely responding to my book, and a portion of every single book sold will go back to children's charities as well.
Wow, that's incredible. I love the simplicity of your message, but the depth of your message.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And I've been watching the responses to your book and I love seeing that. And I think as I continue to keep on saying, it's just the beginning.
Yes.
Don't ever think that, when you launch a book, oh, now what? It just as Mark and Kathleen talked about, it just keeps going and going, and there's so much you can do with it. So we wanted to honor you today because you have done an incredible job, and the message of your book is Absolutely beautiful. And we so appreciate you inviting us on this journey with us. And good luck with your nomination. We'll be cheering. Yay. I think it'll take a little while, but again, reach out to us afterwards and we'll explain more about the nomination.
Absolutely.
Hey, Michelle, aren't you glad I waited 1 week to have you on the show because of your new nomination, right?
There we go.
There you go. Now you know. Perfect. Perfect. Well, thank you again, Michelle, and great job being put on the spot for coming up on stage here, virtual stage. So thank you.
Thanks.
And continued good success. And with that, our fourth nomination is Janet Lynn. I do think she's still here. Yay. Your book I'm filtering my words. All kinds of ideas go through my mind. So I think most of you know that I do that. I start to stutter when I think of, my mind goes poof.
What a book though, right? What a
That's the whole point, Dave.
Yeah.
It's your story. That book, Forever Is Today, is absolutely beautifully written. If anyone on this call has not read her book or any books we've highlighted, but if you have not read this book and you want an incredible fiction book based on real life, it's beautiful. So I'm going to let you talk a little bit, Janet Lynn, but congratulations.
Well, thank you so much. Well, that's a wonderful honor. And I love when I hear you guys talking about the book because it just fills me up with such a wonderful feeling. The girl on the front cover is one of my 3 daughters, Maddie. And, this book was written not only because of the love that I have for my family and my 3 girls, but so many people in this world are sick. So many people have illnesses, and so many people really need to live a life where their plan A is not going to work out. And it's about figuring out a new plan and not getting stuck and staying a victim, but using the love that you have surrounding you from friends and family, and deciding that you are going to continue on and you're going to use this wonderful gift of life and concentrate on all the health that you have surrounding you, just being happy for all the things that you have in your life, for having a home that you can go to, for having a friend that you can text and reach out to when you're sad or when you're having a bad day. And my journey with Hasmark Publishing has been really wonderful. I also started off in the wonderful Peggy McCall's author program. That's where I found out about Judy, and it's been amazing. My book came out in February, but I know everyone so well, and I went to a recent event, and it was at the Lavender Farm, and it was so neat because I actually met all of this wonderful team in person, including Peggy, and it was so funny because everyone came up to me and said, hello and all of that, but I'm like, we're actually meeting in person, and they looked at me and they're like, what, we haven't met? And that was just so funny because no, and it seems like we've all met. So that just, that's what books are about. It's reaching out, making people feel, and becoming a global community of walking humans. We're all walking the same journey, and it's just so important that we think about that, and we think about others, and we do for others. And everyone on this call, I'm so inspired by Jonette and by Mark and Brian and everyone. It's just real, Michelle, Kelly, everybody. It's just wonderful, and what a wonderful team. And I feel really blessed, and I'm just so excited to be here. So thank you so much.
Oh, you're very, very welcome. It truly is our honor to have you here and to be on this book journey with you. And I always say, again, I'm going to repeat it, is I love that I can think back to the first time we met, and that makes it more special. You and Maddie, actually came to my house. So that was incredible. And I've had the honor of meeting also Tom. I saw him on the line, and he came to my house also. And that just makes it so much, it's like you're talking about that event. And that's what I look forward to 2022, where Natalie, she flew up for the first event, which was awesome. So it's leaves such incredible memories. And on top of it, I get to read your book. So be part of the journey of having it be published and out to the world. So thank you for being on this journey with us and for choosing us. And good luck.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Well, with that said, I think I'm just keeping an eye on the time to be respectful. I know some people had to jump off, but the call is recorded for anyone who is going to be jumping off. But we always have so much more. And there's a part now that we're going to talk about Hearts to be Heard. And there's one more award that's going to be handed out. And then we'll open the floor if anyone else wants to say anything or would like to be part of sharing, we'd welcome it. And with that said, I would like to have, because Dave's dying to talk again. I know he is. Maybe you can talk a little bit about Hearts to be Heard for us,
I've always
Dave.
got something to say about everything. That's right. That's right. So Hearts to be Heard is a beautiful concept that Judy came up with many years ago. And it's all about giving back. And it's one of those inspiring things that sort of fall in place with the whole publishing industry that she's in. So basically what Hearts to be Heard is giving a voice to the creativity for those who would otherwise not be heard. So we're talking about people like children or people that are somehow disabled, or they don't have to be sick. But what happens is when people have terminal illness and such, all of a sudden their life becomes a little bit more about leaving a legacy. And they can't always afford to publish a book. They can't always afford to have their creativity put out there. So what ends up happening is they go unheard. And this is a beautiful way of getting them heard, of giving them a book and publishing a book for them so that their stories, no matter who they are, you know, their stories or their activity book or their legacy can be perpetuated so that the rest of us can remember them, or so that the rest of us can appreciate that they don't have to die or anything, but you know what I'm saying? So it's a beautiful way of valuing a voice that would otherwise not be heard. And it doesn't have to be writing a book either. It could be other forms of arts, any of the arts, like music or painting or you know, pencil drawing or whatever, all these artistic forms. So that's what Hearts to be Heard is really all about. Yeah.
And you mentioning that, there, a lot of our authors have that page in the back of the book, and there's some folks like Donna, who's on the line, who, at least she was earlier, is donating to Hearts to be Heard. And it all comes from donations. That's the idea. It's like the foundation of Hasmark. It's the extension of us. And we just felt that allowing people to be heard that wouldn't get the chance is an incredible gift to give. And it allows us to pay it forward. And with that, I want to talk about just for a second about the fact that we did Backpack Initiative recently, and so many people on the line and in our group actually were part of it. I think we have a video to play. Do we not, Talita? We do. we came up with a concept, I think, getting ready for the festival, the literature festival. And we decided that we would do this backpack initiative. And I am really, really thrilled to tell everybody, to confirm with everybody, that we supplied 90 backpacks filled. Like, I'm stunned. I remember a group reached out to me and said, oh, this other group raised $1,500. And I thought to myself, can we do it? And next thing you know, we exceeded $1,500. And Jen shopped her butt off. I actually had something for her about shopping is my superpower. And I don't have it here because, as some of you know, I'm at Peggy's, but Jennifer's superpower is clearly shopping and publishing and bestseller, because she did an incredible job to pull together the 90 backpacks. Not only did she buy the backpacks, majority of them, we got some donated, but she filled every single one of them and then delivered them. And I think they went to something like 6 or 8 homeless shelters and a couple of schools. So thank you, everyone, for being part of that incredible initiative.
Beautiful. Love it.
It is.
Yeah.
To me, it's what a heartfelt thing to do for everybody. And I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about we didn't have time. We don't have time to show you all of the people who were involved, but many on this call were involved in it. And I would tell people at the farm that we got donations from around the world, and they're stunned. It wasn't just our community. So I'll tell you about an initiative in a minute. So in the meantime, with Heart to Be Heard, I always want to recognize it. Last year, winner was Jeanette for her incredible heart, and you understand why. She was a recipient last year of the Hearts to Be Heard Award. This year, we'll also have a Hearts to Be Heard Award. And this lady deserves the recognition. She did incredibly well. We did have the voting go on for this award. Again, I wish I could give it to more than one person. It's shared through my heart with so many more. But this lady, I've known her for about 4 years now. She has, she flew up to attend the event, which was much more tough when you're coming from another country than just getting in a car and driving to it. I've always loved her heart. I know that I watch her on I always say that about social media. You don't always have to have likes and interaction and comments, because many of us are watching, and I'm not ghosting people and I'm not creeping people, but I'm actually watching. And I love seeing posts from her, because she's all about family. She's all about helping others. She's all about opening her home and her heart. And with that said, Talita, do you have Natalie McCleary is the winner of our Heart and Soul Award this year. And I hope she's still on our call. There you are. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Oh,
you have the most amazing heart. I can feel it from where I am. And I am so privileged to have met you. And even when you were not working on book stuff, we still reach out periodically and check in. Like, I've never lost a moment. So this is very well deserved.
Oh, thank you so very much. I'm actually very stunned.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, everybody. Everybody at HasMart, you guys are always amazing. I agree with Brian. You guys are the family that, they're family that you've never met sometimes in person, but you connect in your heart. I'm genuinely crying. And that's not even just hormones. Thank you so much for that. I can't even put it into words.
That's why it's you.
But no, I think I resonate with your guys' energy and your heart and your soul. To every person I've ever met at HasMart, and even just being on this, it's just, I love it. It's, you're kindred spirits to my heart.
As you are to ours.
And that's, thank you so, so much.
You're very, very welcome. We're so honored to do this for you and with you. So, and I know
No,
we're just
without
at
you
the
guys, I would
beginning.
not have had my book out. And I wholeheartedly believe that.
It's
Doing
beautiful.
Peggy's course was one thing, but working with each and every one of you, from Jen to you to everybody who had a part in it, I can't even put it into words. The Patient Circe really is like, it's because for those who don't know, like my daughter has autism, and it's very hard. Like you're trying to be positive and you're trying to get your message out and everything, and it's just such. HasMark was just such a wonderful environment to help me to get to think I can do that, and to think that you're from a small island and you can do great things. It's just a wonderful feeling, and you guys are great. My heart reaches out with all the love and light to everybody here. You can do anything with HasMark. You're amazing. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're very, very welcome. I think now everybody knows why you're the recipient.
Very
I know.
bashfully. Thank you so much.
And you continue to keep on inspiring so very many. And again, just go to Natalie's Facebook page and you'll understand what I'm talking about. She's got a beautiful soul, and it shows. Like that's where the value of social media really, really works.
And
You'd be
I'm learning
surprised.
from all of you guys now, like just everything, even for everybody who was talking today, I was like, okay, I can definitely do more. And yeah, make a presence, but it's give your heart. You don't, that's the main thing.
Exactly.
Thank you so much.
We're so grateful for you, and congratulations again. We'll get the award. We'll get the award off to you. We'll just, if you can email me your address, we'll get it mailed to you, because Jennifer has it in her wonderful possession. So congratulations again, Natalie.
Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate you all. Thank you.
You're very welcome. You're welcome. How beautiful. I know, now you got me a mess too.
Sorry.
Can you feel the love in the room?
What's that, Dave?
I said, can you feel the love in the room?
I know. It's beautiful. And that's why we did Hearts to Be Heard, though. It's I want everybody to feel the heart. It's truly about everything we do. And sometimes you can't show it. So when we get a chance, I want everyone to know it and feel it and continue to live it. So, and I'm honored. I truly am. So is the team, I'm sure. So one of the other things we're doing, just to keep the Hearts to Be Heard thing going, is that a message just pinged into me, and actually I guess that this is the time is that I do want to mention that I was going to wait to a couple minutes, but it interfered with my thoughts, so I got to speak. And that's Peggy. Peggy's actually, as most of you, I think everybody knows on the call, Peggy's in treatment actually right now. I'm at her house. And I think it's the appropriate, she's actually texting me as I'm talking about her, which is pretty ironic. She's going through an incredible battle right now. I'm here to help, and I've watched it firsthand, and she's still got quite a ways to go, but I just want I wanted her to be mentioned. I wanted her to know that we're all thinking about her, praying for her, sending her healing energy, and that she gets through this journey and she gets the all green light, because it's a tough, I've been through it far too many times, and there are no words. So with that, I thank you for being able to honor Peggy. So, because most of you came to us through Peggy. Okay, I gotta lighten the energy a little bit. So, with that said, I wanted to announce too that we have sponsored a young gentleman for his book From Hearts to Be Heard. I'm very, very impressed with this gentleman. He came to us from Maria X, who I don't think is on the call, but one of our authors. He's in Austria, and I'm continually impressed with this young man. He's 14 years old. He wrote a book. This is his second book. He wrote to me and said to me, I've reaching out. I've got a book I want to get published. What do I do? He's been on the call himself. He hasn't had a parent or anything. And I know he's 14 and he's capable, but I'm like, can you jump on a Zoom call? Can you join us? And everything I've been asking him to do so far, he's happy to be doing it. So I just wanted to let you guys know, here is what we are intending to continue to keep on doing. So Amir has written a children's book. He's in the very early stages of getting it illustrated. He wrote it and he's going to illustrate it. We're going to guide him on getting it put together in a book format and then ultimately publish it. And of course, it'll be sponsored by Hearts to Be Heard. So, I'm really, really honored, but I thought everybody should understand that this is part of what we extend beyond the publishing and the extra things we're doing here. And I'm very, very proud of this young man, as I'm sure his parents are. So anyone wants to know anything about that, we'll let you know. We will keep you posted when the book is ready for release too, of course. So we're just in the initial stages. Also, one of the things I mentioned earlier is that we have an initiative coming up, because now that we've kind of hit that backpack initiative, I've always wanted to do something to do with the whole Thanksgiving, Christmas season. So the team is meeting and we're going to work with a crisis counselor to make sure that we do things that are respectful. So we will do a Christmas initiative. I think we'll probably call it the Season of Giving initiative. I'm kind of playing with that. Anyone wants to join the call? I don't know what it's going to be yet, but what I'm thinking, this is kind of conversational right now, is that Kelly asked this question on one of our calls. We were talking about the fact that we want to do this Season of Giving initiative, similar to the backpack, where we'll be gathering things and gifting it to families in need. And what we're going to do is not only do it in my area where I live, but also in towns, like Kelly said, could I do it? So could I reach out to people in like her area and gather people together, and then giving it in her area to shelters or homeless or schools, wherever the need arises. But I want to make it so that it's not just children. It's not boy, girl. So I've got a lot of different ideas, but I would love for anyone who would like to be inclusive of it to let us know, both in ideas and inclusion or as sponsorship. All of it's open. And I just thought I'd put it out there. So we're coming close to wrapping up, everyone, just so you guys are aware. One of the things is just to give you a little bit of a glimpse into, and trust me, this is a tiny glimpse, because every day there's new ideas that come along for 2022, because we're ever evolving and ever expanding. So in this next year, we talked about the fact that we're going to do AR to expand with multiple experiences. One of the things I am super, super excited to get going on and to introduce it is what's called the Complete Author Program Accelerator. We're in the early stages of it. I know there's a couple people on the call who will be involved in it, but it's going to be, it's coaching, but it's about accelerating. So it comes from Peggy's program. So it's honoring Peggy's program, but it's an extension of it. So we'll be on these calls with authors to talk about the publishing part of it. And we'll have a coach to hold you accountable and to keep you moving forward. So I can't wait to get that one. Really, we did launch the page earlier this week, but we'll expand it. Ghostwriting, as I mentioned, Deanna's coming on board. Kelly's there. Writing course we want to do with Janet Lynn. Her and I have been in talks. We don't have it all laid out yet, but I'm definitely bringing writing courses to Hasmark. Learning kits, as you know, but what we did was, just so everybody's aware, Amazon has two ways to do for sale. One is through the print on demand, which is what we do, KDP. And one is through Marketplace. Sandy and Rhonda Lee were one of the earliest experiences we had, and they know how painful it is to become a Marketplace seller on Amazon. We've also been working on it behind the scenes for months, getting a Hasmark Marketplace account. That allows us to sell things like book series, card decks, learning kits on Amazon. So we're in the early process, and I think that we actually have it up on Amazon, but we're about to change it. As I mentioned earlier, the 2022 Award of Excellence, and Universe, you need to hear us and let us have it virtual and in real person next year. You got to experience one of the songs Dave created for Jonette. So if you're interested in getting a song written and produced, that's also an extension of Dave is also a strong supporter of Hearts to be Heard. So trust me, when it comes to creating songs, he will be instrumental.
Absolutely.
And of course, meditations. What was that, Dave?
I say absolutely. Sorry.
Yeah, no, don't apologize. It's you did it. You've done an incredible job with Jonette, and I can't wait for where that expands to. So, and you bought a new keyboard. So there you go.
I did. Yes, I did. The fun never ends.
Exactly. And the meditation we're doing with Ursula so that we can customize it to your book. And honestly, there's so much more. I'm sure I've missed things on this list, but trust me, get ready, because 2022 is also an exciting year. So with that, I do want to open up the floor before we conclude. If anyone wants to say anything, anyone wants to talk for a minute, you can. There's two things. You can raise your hand, you can unmute yourself. I just want to honor everybody. If anyone wants to speak up for a moment, they're welcome to, because you've been patient.
So many authors come to us thinking they're going to write a book or they're going to publish a book, and yet it's so much more. I love that.
Yeah, well said. Well said, Dave. Well said.
I would say on that note that the book is your business card for the rest of your life, and that's just one book. And you can keep writing a book a year. You can do it quicker if you want to, but they're all your business card. They're all opportunities for people to come to you. Keep up the great work, everybody.
Yes, thank you for that, Mark. Thank you. So appreciate that. And Joanne, you got your hand raised. Thank you for joining us.
Wow. All I can say, fantastic. Everybody involved, absolutely amazing. It's mind-blowing. And I hope I'll join you all next year by contributing as much as I possibly can in any way I can. So congratulations to everyone. Hasmark, everything, you're amazing. Absolutely. Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you. Thank you for joining us. I appreciate it so incredibly much. It's been a pleasure. And Olga, you got your hand raised.
Yes, I do. I was trying to remember how to do that. So, hi everyone. I'm Olga. I am one of the very fortunate people who worked with Hasmark, and I got my back as a book as a bestseller. I published my book this year, Kindle first, and then a physical copy. The experience has been absolutely incredible. I came about this organization quite a few years ago, actually, through Peggy once again. And every day, Peggy's in my prayers, in my meditation, and just all the love and peace and healing to Peggy. But what I wanted to say is that it feels like family right from day one. These people just blew my mind with what they have to offer and level of involvement, and it's just constantly growing. I know I have not been, I had big plans for this year, but things didn't quite work the way I was hoping to. As I said, as I'm sitting here, my juices are boiling again, my creative juices, and I'm writing notes for 2022 since I've already started planning it. And there is so much that I had in my mind to ask Hasmark, and they've already come up with those ideas. So it is incredible. It's incredible to see this incredible company grow, and to see how they give back as well. I'm a big believer in that, and I just wrote a note in the comments in the chat that it's very close to my heart as well for what they do, because I have my own initiative that I started 6 years ago, and this is the 7th year, and I'm hoping to give more details on HBI, not HBY, HBI authors Facebook page, but hoping for your support. So, but the point of this little spiel here is to thank you so much. I've started for HBY. This is my 2nd year doing a 10 days of, this year's 10 days of gratitude to self, due to Thanksgiving in Canada. So it started October 1st and goes till Thanksgiving in Canada. And I'm superbly grateful for this company and everyone that works for this company, incredible people that I have met along this journey. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I think I said enough. So bye, everyone.
You are absolutely welcome. Thank you, Olga. It's beautiful. I appreciate it so much, and definitely share on the HBI page so that we know how we can support you too. Absolutely. And Roberto, you've been patiently waiting.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much. I just want to, just one little second, just back what Dave just mentioned, that we all come to Hasmark thinking we're going to launch a book. And I think you remember my first call with you, with basically Judy and Dave, and we talk about one book, and you mentioned if I would have something later. I don't see anything, right? Maybe a book and that's it. And yes, 6 months later, and I'm very grateful to you and grateful to Dave and to Jenna and Nick. I think those two, I think they get a message from me almost every day. I think they get up in the morning and said, probably I'm going to have another message from Roberto, so poor girls. But I thank you guys very, very much. You have helped me all the way to launch the book, and then went to the ebook and to the audiobook, and then created work for the people that to write as a book, right? And now you translate, like you said, to Spanish, into Portuguese, and so has been an amazing journey. It's literally a very rewarding journey. Like I think I mentioned to you before, is like our journey of growth is a never-ending proposition. You start with a goal in mind, and as you start getting closer to the goal, you see something more and something more, and things are growing. So hopefully 2022, you're going to have some big things also happening. And I thank you guys very much. And like you said, it's the people that are around us that make us successful, that make us realize our goals. And everyone in Hasmark, all the other writers that I have been in touch with, and especially Brian Sebastian, that has been an amazing guy, also has helped me a lot, have been part of some of his initiatives out there, his programs, right? He's really great. So I thank you guys very much, very grateful. And like Dave said, you should you should say thank you, not just a day, but you should live there through the whole day, right? Gratitude is like is a way of living, is a way of thinking. So it is, and I'm very grateful every day, from the time I wake up to the way I go to sleep. So thank you guys very much, and we'll be in touch with you for the next steps, especially the AR. I have AR in my markers and
excellent.
But business cards and everywhere. So it is, you get a lot of people that send some tidbits back because of that. So thank you guys very much.
Oh, wow. You're very, very welcome, Roberto. And just as you said, we've enjoyed every moment of this journey, and it's just the beginning. So that's a great way to conclude where we're going is in gratitude, as I am for every single one of you and all the authors who weren't able to, and all the team members, because I truly, truly have, I keep saying dream team, but I should expand that and say dream team and dream authors as well, because it's collectively, we all make each other better people. And for that, I'm truly honored to be part of it. And I know that we're just at the beginning. I love that we can grow while you guys grow. So it's been an incredible year. It's probably been one of my best years in this business, to be honest. And I have no doubt this is just the beginning part of this segment of my journey. And I thank everybody. And I do want to do a special message before we go also, is that I wanted to mention that this past year, we actually launched, and I think it was February, a book by a gentleman, Randy Noland. And unfortunately, I think he passed, I think it was within a month of his book releasing, he passed away. And he reached out to me 2 days before he passed away, and he said, please, please, please keep my legacy alive. And we will continue to keep on honoring him, because he was a wonderful man, and he'd get on a call and he'd have Dave and I crying. It was just unbelievable. So we honor you, Randy, and of course, Danielle, who couldn't be with us today, and Peggy, who's working through what she's going through, and to everybody else, we wish you an incredible, incredible success in everything you do. And we thank you for everything that you're doing for us, with us. And I don't know what else to say, but thank you.
Keep on keeping on.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Exactly.
You authors are awesome. We're so blessed to work with such amazing people. And we need way more awards to really honor them.
We do. Absolutely. Absolutely. So thank you everyone for being here today. Thank you for joining us. If everyone wants to unmute their line now, you're welcome as we all say our goodbyes, but thank you for being here. You're all incredible people. And congratulations. Okay, everyone. Take care.
Bye.
Okay. Bye, guys. Bye, everyone. Bye now. Congratulations.